What's going on? So, different location. Looks like I'm in the middle of the woods. But that's my house, so we're good. Not lost, I promise. So today, kind of an interesting one. I bought the cheapest replicant that I've ever seen. And we're going to see if it's cursed or not. It's cursed. Just a fucking spoiler. I picked it up. As you know, replicants, especially something like this, will run you about $350. I cannot flip and frame for the life of me today. But as you know, replicants cost $300 to $350 for a clean example. And a good tolerance example, one with good bushings. But today we have none of those. Kind of some of those because I fixed it. This is the new replicant. Looks kind of weird, right? I picked this up for pennies on the dollar. And this is part of the reason why. These three letters. No, it's not BRS. It's OSP. We'll talk about that in a minute. This is an OSP replicant. This is a trainer. Yes, I know. I hate trainer blades. I think they're stupid. I think they're dumb. I think it's an awful way to learn how to flip. But it also has finger manipulation scales and a custom ano, which an anodization doesn't add value to a knife. It's just something nice to have. Really nice anodization. I don't know. This thing's very weird. Very, very, very weird. I've spent... Yeah, listen. Both handles tap. This is the best I could do, dude. Still has completely free swing. This is the best I could do on this knife. If you're interested in this blade, I will sell it with fitted bushings that I have personally tuned. I will sell you this blade for cheap, unless you want to do a trade for a live blade. That would be actually sick, because I'm looking for a live blade. See, it has this weird kind of hammered effect on this side. So let's talk about OSP for a second, while I drop this thing into the ground and potentially launch it into the woods even farther than we already are. Listen to that. I'm gonna... The normal rep, does that do that? What in the fuck? Okay, that's cool. It's just the person I keep in my basement. They got out. Screaming. Normal rep does not do that. This thing slaps. Literally. That is a dent in titanium from this 440C. Not laser cut. Milled blade. Because what would OSP be if it wasn't for unnecessary milling? Just general dumb shit. OSP is a company based out of Michigan. This is all coming off the top of my head, so don't 100% quote me. 95% of this shit's gonna be the real deal, though. OSP is a company. Was a company, because you gone. That was based out of Michigan, ran by a man named Jay. Jay promised quality products at a premium, but good products, quality. What we got is none of that. This is one of the early model OSP blades, I believe from 2017. And it's rough, man. As you can see, look at all the scratches on it. That is from rubbing on the inside of the handles. Why does it rub on the inside of the handles? Because it's basically the same fucking size as the gap between the handles in the sandwich. Take a close look at our friend, the stock replicant. There is not a ton more space, but there is a substantial amount of space. Maybe a millimeter or two. That being said, we don't tap. We have full range of motion. Partially because your boy knows what he's doing, and partially because as much as people rag on I almost said BRS, they know what they're doing for the most part. Besides being a little tone deaf to the community, they know what they're doing. OSP, on the other hand, is just tone deaf. They're mute. They're deaf. Basically the Helen Keller of a balisong company. OSP created the OSP Matrix, which is a cool balisong. I have had the opportunity to own 2 of them. With awful bushing systems. They have a floating bushing system. It's weird. Like the washer goes outside of the bushing, and the bushing makes direct contact with the handle. It's very weird. These blades initially had that style, then they switched to a more standard style bushing system where the washer actually sits on top of the bushing. As you can see, this was 440C OSP. If you could tell just by the milling of that alone how ass that is, you already know that the company is going to be shit. On top of that, look at these tang cups. Look at how fucking violent these tang cups are. Look, it's literally pulling up my skin when I do that. I am sacrificing my finger for you guys. Like, that's pretty fucked. Sorry for dirty hands. Just got back from work. The replicant, let me get that piece of skin off. The replicant also has tang cups like that, but they are substantially softer. They might even be chamfered a little bit. They are chamfered a little bit. This thing is just brutal. You could feel it on Chaplin's. You can sincerely feel it on Chaplin's. Like, that becomes uncomfortable. Like, right now it's uncomfortable. I don't like that. You can see the Chaplin's are super wide on this thing. We'll get to the balance on this thing in a minute. No bite handle indicator, which if you're going to have a trainer, that's a sin in itself. At least have a bite handle indicator. You could go and say that that's enough of a bite handle indicator, but it actually feels more rounded on the bite side, which makes absolutely no sense. Because why would you want to like reward somebody for using the bite handle? Makes no sense to me. Other than the blade and the scales is a stock replicant, which is like saying a lot. It's like saying a forged internal engine is basically stock because the short block itself didn't come sleeved or something like that. It's fucking stupid. This is a modded rep, so there's a lot of things that are going to be weird. But these spacers are stock. And you could see that the spacer design on this knife never changed. You could see between this and the stock rep. Oh, this doesn't have stock spacers. Well, that was dumb. That was really dumb. But they're the same. They are the same. They're the same. They're the same. Just trust me. Source, just trust me, bro. And to make a product where the tip of the Bowie on your trainer blade smacks into the stock spacer is absolutely asinine. I even tried it with purple carbon fiber spacers that I have. They're channel spacers. and it smacked even worse. And those have much more tolerance. It also kind of shows why there's such a handle gap here, as opposed to the handle gap on a stock replicant. Let's get a side by side. It's not a lot. It's not a lot more. But boy howdy. It's a little bit big. Is it a little bit bigger? Maybe I'm just tripping. I think I'm just tripping. Forget what I just said. It's the same. It's the same. But the tip shouldn't be smacking into your handles like that, because like there's no tang cup in the world, or there's no. I wonder if the tang cups are too deep. I genuinely wonder if that's the reason why they do it, because these tang cups are violent. The ones here are fine. It has a normal stock replicant handle gap. But I wonder if these are just too, or milled out too big. And that's another important thing. This whole blade was milled from a single piece of steel. I can't tell you how violently angry that makes me. This was not laser cut or water jet cut. This was all milled. For what? Just to make it more expensive. This blade on this knife alone came out to $140 for just a trainer blade. And when these trainer blades shipped, the quality was awful. And when they shipped, that's another great thing to add. When they shipped, was a fucking disaster, because OSP didn't know how to manage their money. I read something recently that said that the OSP, an air conditioner, that OSP got 900 orders for the Matrix when it first came out. Like 900 to 1,000 orders. And each knife, the pre-order was at $900. It was something like that. And excuse my math, because I don't know, but over to just about $100,000 was mismanaged between the replicant blade, the Alpha Beast trainer blade, and the OSP Matrix alone was mismanaged and just sent to God knows fucking where. And about 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2 years later, people started getting their products, and guess what? They were shit. And guess what? OSP played the favoritism game. People who were big in the community, either have a big Instagram following or something like that, had, first dibs on shit. Which isn't cool. That's not fair. If somebody paid for a product, they should get the product at the same time as anyone else. If you want to have a pass-around knife, people do pass-around knives all the time. That's fine. But goddamn, just give people what they want. People have waited 2 years, I have seen, for the OSP Matrix. Finally, the company's disbanded. They had a huge falling out with one of their dudes who actually put the knives together. Vodnik Dubs on Reddit. Yokai Blade Works on Instagram, if he still even is on Instagram. It's been a minute. It's been a minute since I've been in the community. But he had a lot of things to say. If I remember, I'll put it down in the description or something like that. His rant against OSP, where basically they accused him of stealing from him because they said that he could take a Matrix for the work he was doing because they refused to pay him or something along those lines. Crazy story. Really shady business. Oh, on top of all that, they also made an 87 blade for the Benchmade 87. So there's that. That was also a fucking disaster. But they initially started as a snowmobile parts company, or a snowmobile shop or something like that. And then one day Jay was like, I'm going to make a battle song because I have AIDS. I'm fucking dumb. And I hope Jay sees this video, because I will slander your name till the day you die, buddy. You fucking suck. You made good knives, but you are just a shit person. For the things that you've said and the things that you've done. Kind of crazy. Let's talk about flipping. That's enough. Enough about OSP. There's a bigger video for that. Enough about OSP. I don't want to talk about it anymore. And just so everybody's clear, I didn't get scammed by OSP. I kind of forgot OSP existed until I bought this really shit knife or blade. This thing is blade heavy. Like, not just like blade heavy. Like, you can barely fan with it. But it's not like good blade heavy or like good blade weight like a what's it called? Like an Atropos. This just genuinely feels weird to flip. On top of the fact that it just sucks to flip because of it's uncomfortable. It's got really weird tang cups. It smacks on the inside of the fucking handles. And even if you did put barrel spacers on there, it's blade heavy enough. You need like a hybrid rep or something like this to balance it out. It just doesn't make sense. This blade doesn't make sense. They took a little bit off the tip, just kind of moved it back a little bit, or like just took a little bit of material off the sides or something. Instead of all this unnecessary milling and just like trying to swing your dick around about how good your knives are, just make a good one. Don't be about it. Don't talk about it, be about it. That's the bottom line. But this rep, I think I said, was $130. Would I buy it again? Absolutely. If I had, a time machine after flipping this to get it back, I absolutely would buy it again. Just for the sheer fact that I wanted the handles. The blade means nothing to me. The blade really means nothing to me. The blade means nothing to me. The blade means nothing to me. The blade means fucking nothing to me. But, the handles will be nice, because I'll get a reblade, or I'll have somebody make me a blade. I have a spare wrist pin sitting around that I might send out to somebody to be forged into a rep blade or something like that. But, because that'd be fucking sick. Thinking about that, that'd be real cool. But, overall, great buy. OSP is shit. We'll talk more about that in the future. I just wanted to come out with a video because I haven't posted in a while. I feel bad. But, yeah. That's it. Also, let's just quick sound check. I've never heard a rep sound like that. That's doo-doo butt aids, and I'm not happy about it. It sounds like really, really bad. It sounds fake. It sounds like a clone. But that's all for this video. I'm going back inside. Counter-Strike is calling my name. Just want to get a quickie out to you. Deuces or some shit, I don't know.